if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my...
Hello, welcome to Looming K-pop, a space where the stories behind the glitz of K-pop are told honestly and deeply. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most emotional moments in BTS's Jungkook's journey, about faith, about identity, and about how one small decision can shake up the way the entire Korean entertainment industry is viewed. It's not just about tattoos, it's about the courage to be yourself.
I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever want to give me...
Behind the bright lights of the stage and the millions of fans who inspire him, Jungkook holds a story that not everyone knows. A story of faith, courage, and identity. He's not just an idol, he's a symbol of the struggle to be yourself amidst the harsh pressures of the industry. Jungkook is known as BTS Golden Magnet, a singer, dancer, and all-round performer who has grown up with the group since he was a teenager. But behind his consistently impressive performances, he's slowly begun to build his identity in a way that's unconventional in the Korean entertainment industry: tattoos. In South Korea, tattoos are still often viewed negatively, associated with delinquency, criminality, or simply something inappropriate for a public figure. Especially for someone as popular as Jungkook, whose face is plastered on global advertisements, on national television shows, and is a role model for the younger generation. So when Jungkook's body started to be covered in ink, not everyone welcomed him with open arms, including his own internal agency.
Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid.
One day, in an internal meeting between the distribution team and management, a sensitive discussion arose. One of the partners of an international brand suggested that, if possible, Jungkook hide or even remove his tattoos in order to maintain an image that was considered neutral and friendly to the global market. The request was not an order, but strong enough to be pressure. The atmosphere became tense. Everyone knew that this was not a light request, but a big decision that touched on something very personal.
You don't ever want to set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead...
When the request was made, Jungkook remained silent. The atmosphere was silent, almost frozen. For the staff who were used to seeing him cheerful and professional, that comfort felt scary, because they knew Jungkook's silence was not because he was hesitant, but because he was considering whether to explain something very deep or let them understand it themselves. Then in a calm voice, he said, "This tattoo isn't just a drawing on your skin, it's life. It's about love for BTS, my fans, and myself. If I erase it, it's like erasing a part of myself." There was no screaming, there was no anger, but those words struck a chord with the entire room. Everyone agreed, not because they disagreed, but because they finally understood.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm.
For Jungkook, every tattoo tells a story. It says ARMY, a promise etched not just on your skin, but in your heart. There are numbers that represent the day BTS debuted. There are musical symbols, family crests, and scars that have become strength. They're not just aesthetic designs, but the spiritual journey of a young artist growing up in front of the world and still trying to hold on to who he is.
I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is...
After that meeting, a decision was made. There would be no erasure, no adjustments. Instead, the company decided to adjust its strategy to fit Jungkook's values. It wasn't just a personal victory, but a turning point that marked a shift in the way the industry viewed self-expression. This story, once spread, immediately became a hot topic among fans. They were not only proud, they were touched, because what Jungkook defended was not just tattoos, but honesty. Many fans wrote that they felt stronger every time they saw the tattoos. that they felt understood, that they were not alone in their struggle to be accepted as they were. Even some young artists began to be more daring in showing their tattoos, making them a form of art and identity, not a disgrace.
I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you, I knew.
Jungkook never intended to be a symbol of resistance, but his silent courage became a great inspiration. He showed that being an idol does not mean having to submit to all expectations. That being a role model does not mean sacrificing one's identity, and that true beauty is when someone does not hide who they are, even when the world demands otherwise.
You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
Now, the tattoos are no longer just part of their appearance. They are a chapter in Jungkook's long story about love, pain, victory, and growing up. About someone who does not just want to look perfect, but wants to live honestly. And as time goes by, the tattoos are no longer just Jungkook's. They have become the property of all those who have ever felt inadequate, who have ever wanted to hide from the world, but who ultimately chose to stand with their heads held high. In every line of ink on his skin, there is a representation of thousands, if not millions, of voices that have been drowned out by standards and stigmas. Jungkook turned his body into a canvas of courage, not to be seen, but to be felt and understood. And in his silence, in his determination, he is teaching the world the true meaning of freedom.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat.
Today, when fans see him standing on stage with confidence, they see not just a global artist, but a human being who has fought hard to be himself. And that, more than his golden voice, more than his fame, is his most valuable legacy. He has not only left a mark on the music industry, but also on the hearts of all those who have ever felt like they had to erase parts of themselves in order to be accepted. Through his courage, Jungkook has proven that being authentic is not a weakness, but a strength that can change the world.
Everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get.
Jungkook has shown us that behind the glitter of the stage and the spotlight, an idol is also a human being, with a story, principles, and the right to express himself. And at Lumen K-pop, we believe that stories like these deserve to be heard, reflected upon, and appreciated. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on other inspiring stories. See you in the next episode. Stay tuned and keep shining a light on the world of K-pop.
I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing. Sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me?